So as we know that pin number 1 is meant for ground, pin number 2 is nothing but a triggering signal. It's meant for the applying triggering signal. In case of stable multivibrator, we do not require any triggering signal in order to start the operation of the circuit. So here, as you can see, this pin has been shorted with pin number 6, which is nothing but a threshold pin. Then pin number 3 is an output pin. Pin number 4 is reset pin. So if you want to reset the timer, we can use this reset pin, or if we are not going to use this pin, then we should connect this pin number 4 to pin number 8, that is supply voltage VCC. So pin number 8 is meant for supply voltage. The supply voltage that we can apply here is plus 5 volt to plus 18 volt. Then pin number 5 is the control voltage. If we want to change the pulse width of the output signal generated, then we need to add some external voltage or apply some external voltage to this pin number 5, so that we can change the width of the output signal. And then if we are not going to use that pin, then what shall we do? We should bypass this pin to ground through a capacitor of 0.01 microfarad as shown in this circuit diagram. Now, pin number 7 is the discharge pin, where there is a transistor inside this inside this 555 at pin number 7, which will be used to discharge the capacitor. Now, when the supply voltage is applied across this at pin number 8, then initially the output of timer will be high. Now, as soon as the supply voltage is applied, the capacitor C will start charging. So as you can see here, there are two waveforms. First one is the output waveform, where initially the output of the timer is high. Why it is high, we have already studied, so we will not discuss it again here. And voltage across capacitor is the waveform in the second one. The capacitor will start charging towards VCC. So as soon as voltage across capacitor reaches to 2/3 VCC, the output of timer will be switched low, and the capacitor will start discharging through this pin. The capacitor will initially charge through resistors RA RB, and when it is charged to 2/3 VCC, it will start discharging through this RB and internal transistor Q, which is there at pin number 7. So once the voltage across this capacitor reaches to 1/3 VCC, the output of timer will be switched to high, and capacitor will start charging once again through RA and RB. So this is how the operation of the circuit uh, we can explain. And the time for which the output is high is given as T on, which is equal to 0.69 into RA plus RB into C. Now, during this period, the capacitor will be charged from 1/3 VCC to 2/3 VCC. Once the voltage across capacitor reaches to 2/3 VCC, the capacitor will stop charging, the output of timer will be switched to low, and the capacitor will then start discharging through RB. Therefore, the time for which the time required to discharge the capacitor from 2/3 VCC to 1/3 VCC is given as off time, which is equal to 0.69 into RB into C. So the total time period for the output is given as T on plus T off, which is equal to 0.69 into RA plus 2RB into C, and the frequency of oscillations of the output signal generated is nothing but the reciprocal of the total time period, which is 1.45 divided by RA plus 2RB into C. Okay, now here the duty cycle of the signal generated is given by T on, it is the ratio of on period to the total time period. Okay, so here suppose that you have been asked to design an stable multivibrator uh, whose frequency of oscillations is 1 kilohertz, and duty cycle of the signal generated has to be 60%. Means what? The frequency of oscillations given is 1 kilohertz, that is the total time period is 1 milliseconds, and duty cycle is 60%. Means what? The ratio of on period to the total time period is 60%. That is, on period of total time period is 1 millisecond. So out of that, for zero point 0.6 milliseconds the output will be high, and for zero point 0.4 milliseconds the output will be low. Okay, so T on will be here 0.6 milliseconds, whereas T off will be 0.4 milliseconds. Okay, if the time period is of 1 millisecond and duty cycle is 60%. Then we have the formula with us for T on and T off. Then we shall select capacitor C is equal to 0.1 microfarad, and then using formula for T off, we should first calculate value of RB. Okay, so here T off is how much? It is zero point 0.4 millisecond. Capacitor C is zero point 0.1 microfarad. So from the formula of this T off, here from the formula of T off, you calculate value of RB. Okay, so everyone calculate value of RB here from the equation of T off, which is equal to 0.69 into RB into C. T off is zero point 0.4 milliseconds and capacitor that we are going to select is zero point 0.1 microfarad. So all of you calculate value of RB here. Calculate value of RB first. So RB should be 5.8 K. Then put value of RB in the equation of T on and calculate value of RA by putting values of T on, RB and C in the equation of T on, and let me know what shall be the value of RE. So here RA has to be 5.8 K, RB has to be 2.9 K, capacitor C has to be zero point 0.1 microfarad. Then at the output of this multivibrator, what we will get is a rectangular waveform whose frequency will be 1 kilohertz and duty cycle will be 60%. Now let us observe what kind of output or exactly are we getting the required output or not. So let me show you the simulation. Okay, so if you observe here, RA I have selected as 2.1K, RB as 5.9K. Here RA is 2.1K, RB 5.9K and capacitor C of zero point 0.1 microfarad. Here one more capacitor is here of 0.01 microfarad, which is connected in between pin number 5 and 1, and it has been grounded at pin number 1. Okay, the supply voltage which I have applied here is 6 volt DC, and at the output I have connected a resistor of 10 kilo ohms where I am going to check the output. Now if I run this simulation here, see here, now the output waveform, that is nothing but a rectangular waveform whose amplitude is 0 to is varying between 0 to VCC. Okay, VCC which we have applied is 6 volts here. Okay, VCC इथं किती दिलाय 6 volts दिलाय. म्हणजेच आउटपुट जे काय येईल आपलं त्याची अँप्लिट्यूड ही किती व्हेरी होणार 0 टू VCC मध्ये, म्हणजे 0 टू 6 volts मध्ये व्हेरी होतीये. And here the waveform which has been indicated in red color is nothing but what? This is the voltage across this capacitor that we have selected, which is zero point 0.1 microfarad. So if you observe here, the charging and discharging of this capacitor varies in between 1/3 VCC to 2/3 VCC. आता VCC किती आहे 6 volt आहे, तर त्याचा 1/3 म्हणजे किती येणार की किती असणार आहे 1/3 ऑफ दिस 6 volts मीन्स किती 2 volt आणि 2/3 ऑफ दिस VCC म्हणजे 4 volt. म्हणजे कॅपॅसिटरची जी चार्जिंग डिस्चार्जिंग आहे ते कशात फ्लक्च्युएट होते तर 2 volt टू 4 volt मध्ये चार्जिंग आणि डिस्चार्जिंग होते. इथं बघा कॅपॅसिटरचं चार्जिंग it will start from 1/3 VCC. At that time the output of timer is high. Okay, now once the voltage across this capacitor reaches to 2/3 VCC, that is 4 volt, then the output of timer will be switched to low and capacitor will start discharging. Once again, when the voltage across this capacitor reaches to 2 volts, that is 1/3 VCC, the output of timer will be switched from low to high and capacitor will again start charging towards VCC. Once again, when the voltage across capacitor will be 2/3 VCC, that is 4 volt, the output of timer will be switched back to low again from high to low and the capacitor will start discharging. Got it? Got it everyone? This is how you shall analyze the output signal. म्हणजे असं नाहीये की आपण काहीतरी व्हॅल्यू सिलेक्ट केली आहे इथं रेजिस्टर आणि कॅपॅसिटरची आणि रेक्टँग्युलर वेव्हफॉर्म येतीये, कॅपॅसिटरच्या अक्रॉस व्होल्टेज दिसतंय, पण जे आपल्याला पाहिजे तसं दिसतंय का हे आपण बघायला पाहिजे. म्हणजे काय, जर रेक्टँग्युलर वेव्हची जी अँप्लिट्यूड आहे, whether it is fluctuating between 0 to VCC or not, and also the voltage across capacitor, whether it is switching between 1/3 VCC to, and 2/3 VCC or not, we shall ensure these things. Okay, got it everyone? Okay, so here I'll make one change here. Suppose instead of a resistor, if I connect an LED over here, okay, and if I run the circuit, so you will see that the LED is glowing for a time period of 0.6 milliseconds and it will be turned off for a period of 0.4 milliseconds. Okay, but if you observe the output here, uh, the output voltage is not reaching to 6 volt. Why? Because we have not altered the properties of this LED, that is the resistance of this LED and so on. Okay, so this is for your understanding. That is, you can analyze that whether the output is high or low. Okay, इथं तुम्ही बघू शकता की आपण ट्रिगरिंग सिग्नल देत नाहीये, पण त्याचा आउटपुट हे आपल्याला कंटिन्युअस मिळतंय. मोनोस्टेबल मध्ये असं होत नाही. वी इन ऑर्डर टू स्विच द आउटपुट ऑफ the timer from low to high, we need to apply triggering signal. Any doubts, students? Students, is there any doubt? Okay, so now you can perform this experiment, and our usual practice is that once you are done with your experiment, you shall share the screenshot of the simulation with me. Okay, so if there is no doubt, you can leave this meeting and start performing this experiment, and once you are done, send the simulation results to me. Okay, so I'll stop here. I'll take your leave now. Thank you. Have a nice day.